This past week has seen intense missile attacks on Ukrainian cities. Today alone, after the shelling of Kherson, authorities reported 10 deaths and dozens of injuries.
Waves of deliberate missile attacks on cities and civilian infrastructure, depriving Ukrainians of heat, light and food. This is a horrific start to the winter for Ukraine. We are all paying a price for Russia's war against Ukraine. But the price we pay is in money, while the price Ukrainians pay is in blood.
Ukrainian authorities are gradually restoring electricity, water, and communications within their country. While providing electricity to critical infrastructure, we are also providing water and heat. The electricity situation remains difficult in almost all regions. We are gradually recovering from the outage. Step by step, we are restoring power every hour. In connection with the blackouts that have occurred in recent days in Ukraine, Parliament Speaker Roberta Metsola announced the Generators of Hope campaign. The idea is to provide Ukrainians with power generators to protect them from the effects of the coming winter.
We've shown remarkable solidarity with Ukraine on the humanitarian, military and financial front. Now they need practical support to get through the winter. We are teaming up with European cities to donate power generators to Ukraine, to bring energy and clean water to hospitals and people, to guarantee everyday services that we take for granted.
Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba discussed the difficult situation across Poland's eastern border with his British counterpart today. It should be mentioned, and here we agree with James, that the Russians are not looking for peace now. They are looking for some rest, to continue their aggression with renewed vigor, destroying Ukraine and Ukrainians. The head of the British Foreign Office announced the next tranche of aid to Ukraine.
So today I am announcing further funding to the Partnership Fund for Resilient Ukraine, which will support the Ukrainian government, local officials and Ukrainian communities to rebuild vital local infrastructure in cities, towns and villages that have been liberated from Russian occupation. The UK will also send 35 more vehicles to Ukraine.
The plight of our neighbors was one of the main topics on the second day of the fall conference of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. Expressing solidarity with the Ukrainian people, this session will not be held with the lights on, but in the dark. During the session, the former spokesperson for Law and Justice raised the issue of human rights and refugees who have to flee their country due to armed conflicts. Every generation of Europeans has experienced armed conflicts, experienced bloodshed, and seen refugees who have had to flee conflict zones. With winter approaching, Poland must be ready for millions more of refugees from Ukraine. This issue was one of the topics of Minister Marlena Maląg's conversation today on the Radio Z. The head of the Ministry of Family, Labor and Social Policy assured that no one will be left without help.